Ah, don't tell me you missed me. We just met. And besides, I missed you too. What? Confused to hear that? Well, don't be. I am not the most social. But that shouldn't be a worry. After all, I'm somewhat of a bad guy. And, well, you accept that. I'm sure you do. Otherwise, you'd be running right now. And I'd be striking you down, right? Definitely the baddest bad guy you will ever know. And you are a sight for sore eyes. Sorry, not sorry. Got distracted by how gorgeous you are. Handsome, beautiful. You've got it all in the bag. And let's just say, I want that bag right now. Aw, don't make me spell it out for you. I want to take you on a date. A free date. Come on. It'll be my treat. Won't take no for an answer. Come here. Ah, don't be that way. I won't bite. At least not too hard. And if I do, then at least I'll leave a mark. I'm kind of possessive. Don't do the sharing is caring thing. Maybe I'll just end up the only bad guy you ever need. What's with that look? Don't tell me. You're into the bad boys? You got it down bad. Oh, I'm not complaining. If anything, it's the opposite. I appreciate your taste in guys because it's so convenient for me. So, ready for our date? Someone's awfully feisty. I like it. Getting ahead of myself? I don't know the definition of holding back. So, I guess you'll just have to bear with me. This little date of ours, you can leave. I'll give you one chance. But if you choose to stay, well, there'll be some consequences. Good, maybe bad ones. Want to take a risk? Let's see how down bad you really are. What's the matter? Don't like when I point out the obvious? Can't handle the truth? If you keep up like that, I'll just tease you more. But knowing you from our brief exchange, you'd enjoy that. I think where you're going with this is simple. You want our cute little date to last a lot longer. Then, who am I to disappoint? We'll see what happens. But can't make any promises. Just the way you're looking right now. It might be getting you some points. If you learn one thing about me, learn that I don't believe in right and wrong. I only believe in what suits me. Pretty little factions don't really matter. What's the point in worrying if I'm just gonna conquer it all and rule it anyways? I'm a firm believer that you don't need to choose which side of the fence you stand on. Instead, I choose to be the scoundrel that stands on the fence. Why? Because I get the most benefits by doing it. Is there anything more justifying than results? I think not. And just like that, it's all put into perspective. You and I, we're best friends, worst enemies. You choose what we are right here, baby. What? Oh, come on. You know I'm capable of more than that. Don't underestimate me now, or I'll have to prove it. Any means necessary. Maybe I'm doing all this because I just want you on my arm. Maybe I think it suits me. And maybe I think that it's your desire too. Greedy? No such thing. Jeez, you're really something else, you know that? That personality. Spitfire, I like it. Don't mind if I do. Guess I deserve that. Jumped the gun on things a few times. Kinda prone to doing that. But I don't quit, and I don't get discouraged. I'll earn that kiss. And that's why I shamelessly want you by my side. Though for much more than a kiss. So, feeling like giving in to temptation yet? Or am I just gonna have to tempt you so much more? Oh, trust me, I might not be the most patient, but I've got persistence where it counts. No, I'm not doing anything of the sort. I'm doing exactly what you asked for. Giving you the agreed upon date. And up you go. What, surprised? Life without devils and bad guys. It'd just be so boring, wouldn't it? And I don't think I need to remind you how into me you are. You've kind of told on yourself there, in a sexy little way. You just gotta read my lips. You're mine. Oops, sorry. Did I say that out loud? Sometimes I can be so clumsy. So, just what are we going to do first, you must be wondering? And a very simple question has a very simple answer. Wherever I take you, you could totally say no, but I know with that expression, you don't stand a chance at saying no to this. Fate seems to have torn you asunder and set you down my path. No hard feelings now. Just enjoy the scenery. Oh, that's so cute. Let's face it, I'm just your type, and I want you all to myself. So, you going to give in to that? Maybe this'll change your mind. Second time's not the charm, huh? No worries. This bad guy can respect boundaries every day. But don't think I won't be persistent. I'll find ways to make you mine. No offense, of course, but those lips are going to be mine. Ah, finally shedding some light. You do like persistent guys. Long story short, your body language told on you. Though feel free to correct me if I'm wrong. Looks like somebody's more honest than I gave them credit for. Not going to rebuke it, eh? Not even going to try? What can I say? I guess I just had that effect on you. Of course, you kind of told on yourself, giving me the moment and time of day to even get you here. You were so aware of the fact that you were getting involved with a villain, and yet here you are. Not even trying to rebuke the fact that you're into me. No matter which way you look, you're guilty as charged. You're sentencing to be mine. Don't be so guilty that you gave in. It was inevitable. Sorry, not sorry. That's just kind of the effect I have on people. Afraid you were doomed from the start. You're claimed by me. Now deal with it. Now and forevermore, you're going to be mine. I'd normally say something like I don't make the rules about this, but I do, so too bad for you. Me being superficial? You've got me all wrong. Even if you ask me why I fell in love with you at first sight, I don't have that answer. But there's a special quality about you, something that sets you apart from the crowd. If I had to put it into words, I'd say you've got a very teasable aura. It's as if I could say everything and do everything, and you'd still fall madly in love with me. Oh, come on. Don't give me that look. You know you're enjoying this little date of ours, and it's barely gotten started yet. Rather tease me, huh? I'm not exactly the easiest target, but you're welcome to try. And of course, when your attempts fall flat, I'll be there to console you all the way. Oh, would you look at you now? That pout of yours is adorable. I just can't get enough of it. Makes me forget about the whole wide world. Almost makes me forget about conquering it. Hey, I did say almost. Possessiveness? No, you've clearly misunderstood me. I just claim things as my own, as they should be. And you just fall under that category. No offense. Don't go getting the wrong idea. I'm claiming you because I want you. And you remind me of someone. Someone who used to be special to me. You look like you have lots of questions. And I have lots of answers, maybe. If I decide to tell you them, that is. But you're welcome to try. What's the worst that could happen? Don't you give me that look. Or I'll just tease you on the spot, and you'll be getting nothing from me. Right. Treating you to a date. I'll take you to my favorite spot. It's where I look over the kingdoms that will soon be mine. You never did explain to me what you were doing way out here. Oh. So that's it. You were exploring the ruins, all by your lonesome. You must be pretty strong then. Don't be too embarrassed about getting caught in that trap there. You're lucky I was there to rescue you. But you're strong, right? So you should have been fine without me. Right? Oh, really? So then it was just a misunderstanding. I see. You were upside down in that trap for training purposes. Of course. How silly of me to think you needed help there. Then next time, I won't save you. No, of course not. I'm not teasing you. No, it's just your imagination. Huh? Then am I supposed to take that as you want me to save you next time too? Ah, then just as sure as I'm the Harbinger Childe, I might just rescue you next time. If you're mine, that is. You're not allowed to look at me with surprise when a villain acts villainous. Ouch. Stingy? I'm a lot of things, but I assure you I'm not stingy. Oh, and by the way, don't even think about escaping now. You're in way too deep. Now you're gonna be mine. So I guess you're stuck with me now. Stuck with me forever. Deal with it. Sorry, not sorry to say, my cute traveler, but you're stuck with me because I'm faster and stronger. Oh, come on. I wasn't even being that villainous with it. I was just saying you're stuck with me. This date and indefinitely. Oh, sorry. It's in the fine print that you didn't sign, but I signed for you. But don't worry. I won't waste your time. I'll make sure every single second this is exactly where you want to be. Though you might have to curb your expectations. I am a villain, you know. And I could do more dastardly things than you could imagine. Though part of me thinks that's why you're standing here with me right now. Otherwise, you'd be upside down. You were so cute upside down and tied up. I almost missed that time from a few hours back. Then again, I could always just tie you up again. If you're into that kind of thing. So that's how you really feel. You are quite the puzzle. What's your name, anyways? As you know, mine is Childe. I'd say nice to meet you, but then I'd wonder if my villain card was still valid. Then again, what's a little kindness? Never hurt anyone. Well, up we go. Huh? Wondering why I'm carrying you. Isn't that obvious? If you're clumsy enough to fall in a trap, I don't trust you with climbing one of the biggest mountains around. Bold of you to assume I trust your legs after that. Well, coincidence is certainly a strange mistress, leading us together in the middle of the wilderness. If I didn't find you, I wonder who would. Right. You would have escaped gallantly and been on your way. Isn't that right? Once again with the teasing accusations. What would make you think that? All this talk of teasing, am I to take that as an invitation? Maybe you're into it. Maybe. You don't know when to stop yourself. You know exactly what you want, don't you? Then why don't you try saying it? Say it to my face. Looks like I got you. Third time. Always the charm. Grab that cute chin of yours and... Oh, would you look at that? Here we are. Guess fate's my friend today. That I got someone so beautiful to be mine. Not going to lie, that feistiness of yours, it's so enticing. Answer me just one question before we move forward. Do I make that heart of yours race? And if I do you want it to race more? Again with the false accusations of teasing. Cute but misguided. Is it wrong that when I stare into your eyes, I want something more? I want you to stare into mine just as much. I want you to feel because I make you. I want you to be more than just a captive audience. I want you to be my other half. And even if I get on your bad side for some reason, I'm sure we can make things work. Love and hate? Who really knows the difference between them? I guess you could say I see the world in a pretty simple light. the things I want, and the things I'm going to get. Don't get things misunderstood now. You're mine. It's just a question of you accepting that you're mine. I wouldn't like things to get too complicated between us, but it is what it needs to be. Something tells me that despite your harsh words and the fact that you could have walked away, you really are having the time of your life, aren't you? Then things are only going to get better from here. Oh, bold of you to assume that. I didn't think you were someone with such insight, but I'm glad you are. I wouldn't have it any other way. Just one piece of advice. I know you want to know more about me, but don't go digging into things you don't want to hear about. Remember, I am a villain. Despite how I may sound or how nice I am, it doesn't change the fact I've got a past. I just don't want to talk about it. So instead, let's talk about the present, you and me. What shall we talk about next? Hobbies? Well, I suppose it couldn't hurt. My favorite hobby? I think we have it in common, actually. Other than fighting, unless you're super into that like me. My favorite hobby is exploring, because it leads me to new and exciting places. But more importantly, it leads me to being stronger. In fact, if I didn't like it so much, you might still be hanging out in that ruins. Oh, right. You wouldn't be hanging out in that ruins, because you are strong enough to escape. Anyways, what's your question? You seem like you want to ask a question. Your eyes are telling me. Ah, so that was it. Not the easiest question to answer, but long, long ago, there was a story of young Childe, and he had someone that he made a promise to that they needed to keep no matter what. But they didn't keep it. And only he made it to the Harbingers. The other lost somewhere. In truth, I may never know what happened to my friend, but I still hope that promise will be kept, and that somehow they were as strong as I thought they were. How about you, traveler? What is it that makes you inspired? Tell me things about you. Nothing's too big or too small. You might as well tell it all, since you're stuck with me. I don't think it's too steep of a charge to say you're mine forever, considering I saved your life. Not too shabby for a villain if I do say so myself. Aw, come on. Don't get afraid of me now. We're just getting to the good part. See? Look at that. Liyue. And over there, Mondstadt. These will both be mine someday. Ambitious, I know, but that's how I need to be. It's my goal after all, and I can't do it half-heartedly. Taking over the world may take a lot of effort, but it's lots of fights, and that's what I'm living for. And clearly, you've kind of told on yourself about how much fun you're having. No, please, show me that smile. In fact, if I'm being honest with you, I want to take all of your firsts. I want you to be everything to me, traveler. Is it strange that I'm conducting myself this way? In a way, I shouldn't be giving you all this treatment. But I just want to, and I've never been one to play by the rules. I do everything I do because I want to. Nothing more and nothing less will do. Sure, I could explain to you the reason why I'm doing all this, but it's quite simple. I felt lonely. At the very top, the pinnacle of strength and power. I needed someone else to appreciate me, to be there along the way as I conquest everything. I know what you're thinking, and you're probably right. You see, as much as people hate me, as much as I've made my fair share of enemies, you might be the only one that I want to love and hate me all at once. Say it. Say you'll be mine forever, and I'll let you go. Just kidding. There's no escape. We're together forever, and that's just how it needs to be. I'm not even going to begin to tell you. I'm an adepti with my feelings. Sorry, I couldn't resist. You just had that look on your face of being completely into the moment. And you're so fun to tease, it just was bound to happen. And why not? You're not going to stop me. You're enamored by this view, and I'm just as enamored. Only with you. This feeling. It's new, it's scary, and it's nostalgic. I'm not sure if I like it, but there's only one way to find out. We experience it together. Right here, right now. You seem strong, even as I'm carrying you in my arms. Don't get the wrong idea. I know you could walk on your own, and this mountain could be scaled easily. I think you've misjudged me. Even if I could, I wouldn't change how this day went, or who I'm spending it with. Does that make you feel special? In truth, you've shown me how lonely I really was, but also a solution on how I can solve it. Now, if you wouldn't mind, be mine forever. You don't have a choice in the matter. Me, not making sense. But I'm just doing exactly what I've done from the start, since we've met. I've had one thing on my mind. Teasing the living hell out of you. And here we are. Finally at our destination. Would you look at that view? It's almost as nice as you. But you must be cold. Here, I'll keep you warm. I figured something about the altitude, the closeness of our bodies, or maybe my voice whispering in your ear would convince you to fall madly in love with me. Any chance you'll make my dreams come true? Of having someone to tease for the rest of forever? And don't get it twisted. This may be a choice, but it's a choice I need you to make. Just for me. God, you've been the best captive audience I've ever had. And I want to fight you. I really do. From here on out, it might just be us versus the world. That is, if we're not at each other's throats all the time. Either way, you make this loneliness go away. And that's something no one's ever accomplished for me. Truth be told, you kinda piss me off. But even more than that, you excite me. You make me feel. In a similar way, fighting for my life does. And yet it's so addictive, which draws us to our chilling conclusion. Be mine, and only mine. Don't make this more difficult than it needs to be. Why the blade, you're probably asking. I thought it added a nice touch to the villainous side. And someone did admit to having a thing for the bad man. And between you and me, I'm a very bad man. Oh, come on. The knife was too much. The way you're smiling as I've got a blade at your neck. Really? It was that predictable, huh? You know I wouldn't hurt you, or I'd be losing something that's already mine. Guess my theory of it exciting you was spot on. How much do I excite you? No, please, spare no details. I want to hear it from your mouth. Or maybe your lips. Did I overstep my boundaries? I think not. Just look at us. We're having the time of our lives. And of course, if not, I'll just keep on trying until I make you mine. Of course, I'll be more convincing if I'm more of a villain. Never in a million years did I think someone like you would appear. Someone who makes me feel. It's refreshing, even for a villain like me. Judging things by now, you might not be such a little angel yourself. Am I right, traveler? That's hilarious that you think I was judging you. From my point of view, you might as well be a saint. A cute saint moments before the fall. Because whether you admit to it or not, it's written all over your gorgeous face, traveler. You're meant to be mine. The only weapon I need to defeat you is my bare hands to hold you, my lips to kiss you, And of course, my personality, to make you constantly think of me. And what then? What will you do, traveler? Will you give in to this devil before you? Or will you give up and accept defeat? No matter what you pick, the end is the same. We'll end up together and closer than ever. Because like it or not, I'm your life's benefactor. And fortunately, I'm a kind villain. One that's going to take good care of you. I'd say with us together, this world is doomed. In a good way. Still can't get over the fact of how brave you are in front of a blade. It's kind of sexy, all things considered. You score a perfect 10 out of 10. And, while I don't know what it's going to mean for the future, for right now, you're all mine, and all I'm thinking about. Does it make you happy? Well, it should. You've done a lot deserving of praise so far. In fact, you've been so fun to tease. I haven't had this much fun since I took on an army myself. No, so you intend to kiss me? Good. I won't kiss you, traveler. I'll just play along to feel the thrill of it. That's right, traveler. I'm going to make you earn your keep. If you really don't have feelings for me, it's going to show. But so far, you've betrayed the truth of that already. There's no sense beating around the bush. Why not just admit to it? You want me, and I want you. It's just nature. But what that means for us is arbitrary. I just want to know where we land. I have to admit defeat. Those gorgeous eyes of yours pierced right through me. And as much as I wanted to put on a great show and show you how much I'm cool, keep you that way. The thought of you going away. I'm not sure how else to say this, but you need to be more honest with yourself. Otherwise, we could be at this all night. You would be unsatisfied, I'd be satisfied in teasing you, and it just wouldn't be good for anyone. Oh, did that come out wrong? Just maybe. Brr. It's cold out here, isn't it? Well, I could always warm you up if you ask nicely. And of course, promise yourself to me, and only me, for the rest of forever. That's the conditions. What? I'm a villain here. If I was just doing senseless altruism, I'd get nowhere. So why not stop beating around the bush and be a little more honest with yourself? That's it, traveler. That's what you should have done from the very start. Still proud of you. Giving in to temptation is fun, isn't it? Just look at you. You can be honest with yourself, and I've seen it. Show me more of that honesty. Go ahead. We've got all day. Something told me you couldn't resist for long. I love it. That side of you that gives in to that reckless abandon. You'd make a pretty good villain. Trust me, coming from another villain, it should mean all the more. So, what do you say? Want to be my villain? The one who accomplishes the conquering of this world. I kind of want it to be you who's by my side. This all may seem spur of the moment, but I've never met someone so captivating. And you're my captive audience, so you might as well watch me. Or better yet, fight with me. Fight by my side or fight me directly. I don't care which. Truth is, there's another kind of battle I want just for us. So, what do you say? I'll make you mine. Or die trying. Or use a sword to make sure that my... You know what? Never mind. You already knew how that went, and it's already solved, so nothing to worry about there. Instead, let's worry about each other. Now, where were we? Getting to know each other, yeah. I kinda just want to sit here and learn all about you. But the other side of me wants to unravel your secrets directly. I want to steal away your firsts and see what makes you tick. Oh, and also, welcome home. This will be the place where you'll be staying with me Just me and you. The outside world will conquer in time, but we get a good vantage point for all that will soon be ours. Mondstadt and Liu. The first stepping stones to world domination. Guess I don't have to worry about you being excited. You're just like me. That's the best news. Guess I'll be keeping a new promise with you. A promise to treat you right. Or at least to keep you as my everything. So you're finally honest. You want me just as much as I want you. What am I going to do with you, traveler? I think for a start, I'm going to make you cry out. What, you might be asking? My name, of course. By slowly spoiling you, training you, and making you understand your new place among the Harbingers. Well, we can take them down later. Then we'll take the world. But right now, you've got a lot more on your mind, and you seem pent up. Let me help with that. Your reactions, they're one of a kind. Show me more of them. More. Even more. Welcome home. Into my arms. I'll warm you up, traveler. Now that you're mine. Don't forget it, though. There's no escaping. I've never once felt this way. So, I'll have you take responsibility and give me your everything. Until your nails dig in and your breath comes short. I'm afraid, traveler, I won't be satisfied until you're a crying mess. Crying with happiness. What else did you think I meant? Naughty traveler. The more you squirm, the more it excites me. Do I excite you? I wonder what will become of us. Shall we get more comfortable? This is my home. It's our home now. Gasp for air. Let out that breath for me. Give me more. Never less. That's what I'm always going to ask for. Because I'm crazy about you. And I'm selfish. And I want you. Problem? Good. I'll just make it happen. I'll make you fall in love with me. Because let's face it, there's no other way this ends. You wouldn't be kissing me like a wild animal if you didn't love me in a way as much as I love you. You're fascinating when you're excited. What's the matter, traveler? Didn't expect me to spoil you? Maybe I'll spoil you here, too. Don't think this is over. No, it's only begun. Oh, you're tasty. Surprised I went so far. Why hesitate? We're going to be together forever. So, where's that cocky attitude of yours now? Couldn't hold up, could it? Then, I will tease you. You've been accusing me of doing it this whole time. Want me to admit that I was? No. You want me to tease you more? You might as well be honest with me. Show me that real side of you. That's it. Easy now. Not bad. You're pretty good at this. Or maybe you're just that cold. Need some warming up. There too. At least we're in my home now. Our home. What seems to be the matter? If I didn't know any better, I'd say you're in a panic. A real big panic. At the... Damn. Enjoying yourself, I see. Is it really okay? I might be a villain, but it's not gonna stop me from caring. Tell me, do you have feelings for me? You can be honest. I wouldn't hold you to it, villain or not. I'd stop, and I'd be sad, but I'd let you go. Just for you. I'd make this one exception. This is your last chance. Otherwise, I can't promise I'll ever let go. Understood? Then, don't blame me if I train you to lose your mind for me. You best understand now. There's no escaping. You had your chance, and you chose to be mine. Understand the position you're in, and who we are together. We're the scourge that will take over this world, and I'm going to make you the happiest anyone ever made anyone else. Because, haven't you learned already? I don't know when to quit. Never ever. Abrupt, no. I realized something. I stopped because I realized it's not good to rush things, and I'm sorry. I hope I didn't damage what relationship we've made. I guess I couldn't help myself. And I'll make up for it. My mistakes of being hasty, I'll admit them right alongside my narcissism. I've got some things to work on, but I'll do it, baby. Just for you. You got that? Yeah. No fighting needed. Can't believe I'm saying that. But right now, holding you might as well be the most exciting war, because I'd like to do this more. To smell your scent, to hear your heartbeat. It's the simple things. I feel like I'm getting more boring by the second, but I do it for you.